Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, we are from Group 7 from Islamic Finance and Economics, Indonesia University of Education. This time we will explain about audit in Zakah Management Organization to fill the final text of the Islamic Social Finance course taught by Mrs. Rida Rosida BSc MSc. First, allow me to introduce our members. The first one is Fathia Yuranjani, and the second one is Muhammad Fayaz Mumtaz, and lastly is Herdi Ardiansyah. And the topic that we will discuss this time are financial statement audit, Sharia compliance audit, and operational audit. Hope you guys enjoy. The first topic we will discuss is financial statement audit. The definition of the financial statement audit is the examination of an entity's financial statement and accompanying disclosure by an independent auditor. The result of this examination is a report by the auditor, attesting to the fairness of presentation of the financial statements and related disclosure. Next is the purpose of a financial statement audit is to add credibility to the reported financial position and performance of a business. Next, there is an audit opinion, which is divided into 4 types. First is unqualified opinion. Unqualified opinion is the financial statements are presented in accordance with applicable accounting standard. The second is qualified opinion. Qualified opinion is the financial statement are reliable, but there are still some issues or items that are excluded so that they are not wrong in making decision. And the third one is adverse opinion. Adverse opinion is the financial statement are not presented in accordance with accounting standard, or there is a material errors in the financial statement. And the last one is disclaimer of opinion. Disclaimer of opinion is the financial statement have materials errors and management limits the scope of the examination so that the auditors does not find sufficient evidence. Next, there are financial statement audit stage. There are several stages that must be carried out by the auditors. First, acceptance of audit engagement is an agreement between two parties, namely the auditor and the company represented by management. The first stage in auditing a financial report is to make a decision between being rejected or accepted. Second is audit process planning. At this stage, the auditor must first understand the business and industry owned by the client, perform analytical procedures, determine materiality, determine audit risk and inherent risk, understand the internal control structure and determine control risk, and develop an audit plan and audit program. This is done so that the implementation of audit planning for the financial statement can be made correctly and precise. The third is implementation of audit test. At this stage, the auditor will perform analytical test, the test of control and substantive test. This test is carried out to study client data to be compared with other data and information. The final stage is audit reports. The last stage is the final result of the audit works that has been done. The form of these reports is a form of communication between the auditors and other parties. An audit report should not be made haphazardly because it concerns the finance of a business or company that you are developing. The audit reports contain the types of service provided, the object being audited, the scope of the audit, audit objective, audit result and recommendation, provide if there are deficiencies, and other information.
Syariah Compliance audit. Definisi of Sharia compliance audit. Sharia compliance audit is a collection and evaluation process evidence to determine and report conformity level between information and criteria set for the purpose Sharia compliance. Objective of Sharia audit. The audit must be carried out by a competent and independent person. To perform an audit, there must be information verified for and some standard by which the auditor can evaluate the information. Information is obtained and retrieved from all lines. Islamic auditor conducts audit of the objective information and subjective information to ensure Sharia compliance with Islamic bank. Sharia audit evidence. Sharia audit evidence or evidence can be defined as any information used by the auditor to determine whether the audited information complies with the criteria set our for Sharia assurance purpose. The criteria for evaluating information vary depending of the information being audited. In audit of historical financial statement by auditors, the criteria are usually standard financial statement. Sharia audit program or procedure. 3 phases of Sharia audit, namely Harahap 2002. The first, planning. First planning, auditor should understand the business of Islamic financial institution, including the nature of the contract used for various types of Islamic financial service. Then, Sharia auditor need to identify appropriate techniques, resources, and scope for developing an audit program. The audit program will then identify the main activities to be carried out, the purpose of each activity, and the techniques to be used, including sampling technique to achieve the audit objective. Among the techniques that can be used include examination of papers, interview, benchmarking, surveys, case studies, and flowcharts. The second, inspection. Appropriate audit techniques need to be identified and described. Appropriate techniques are needed to collect the evidence needed both in quality and quantity to reach a reasonable conclusion. And in accordance with Sharia, the main aspect of field inspection requires sampling techniques. A more detailed examination of the documentation will be required whether a sampling methodology was used or not. Working papers and audit notes are the two most important things in the inspection phase. The purpose of the working papers is to provide a systematic record of the work done during the audit and is a record of the information and fact obtained to support the finding and conclusion. And 3, report. 3. Report. The result of the audit include the preparation of a Sharia audit report, namely good communication from the auditor to the user of reader. In general, report will differ but almost inform the reader about the degree of correspondence between the information and the established criteria. Sharia auditing standard. The standard that can support the audit process created by AAOIV are as follows. The first, audit objective and principles. First, audit objective and principles. The main objective of an EV audit is in the expression of an opinion on whether the financial statements are prepared in all material respect in accordance with the rules of Sharia principle and AAOIV accounting standard and are relevant to national accounting standard and practice in the countries in which the institution operates. This is done so that the auditor provides a true and fair view of the financial statement. Auditor must comply with codes and ethics as professional accountant issued by AAOIV and the International Federation of Accountants that do not conflict with Islamic rules and principles. The ethical principles that govern the auditor professional responsibilities include truthfulness, integrity, trustworthiness, fairness, honesty, independence, objective, professional competence, prudence, confidential, professional behavior, and technical standard. The second, reporting standard. Second, the auditor report. The auditor must review and assess the conclusion drawn from the audit evidence obtained as a basis for expressing an opinion on the financial statement. The basic elements of the auditor report are as follows: title, address to be addressed, opening or introductory paragraph, scope paragraph, reference to relevant and relevant national standard, description of the auditor duties, opinion paragraph, report dates, auditor's address, dan auditor signature. And the third slide, auditor responsibilities. This the auditor responsibility to consider fraud and error in the audit of financial statement. This standard provides guidance of the characteristic of fraud and error and the auditor responsibility in establishing minimum procedure relating to fraud and error. The author responsibilities in expressing an opinion on whether the financial statement are prepared in all material respect in accordance with Islamic rules and Sharia principles, AAOIV accounting standard and relevant national standard, and statutory requirement. The fourth, continuous audit procedure. For continuous audit procedure, there are several important methodological steps that must be taken to have an audit result standard from an Islamic financial institution. The methodology must be preceded by initial consideration because initial consideration are very important consideration in maintaining good corporate governance and ensuring Sharia compliance.
Operational audit. Operational audit is a way of checking a company in running a business, with the aim of increasing business efficiency and effectiveness. This type of audit is actually different from a normal audit, with the aim of checking, control, and evaluating the fairness of the presentation of financial statements. According to Suyanto, operational audit is referred to as management audit, which is an activity that examines or reviews the result of operation in each part of a company with the aim of evaluating its efficiency and effectiveness. Operational audits are usually carried out by internal audit staff, with fixed specialists employable for this type of audit. The main users of operational audits are the management team, and especially the manager in related areas. Operational audits look for process loopholes that cause resource ineffectiveness, which then recommend solution to the problem. Operational audits also add value as well as professional business service. Systematic and highly discipline are also part of this type of audit to ensure that operational audits provide added value to the company. Operational audit have goals to obtaining and evaluating evidence objectively regarding economic activities and events. Also, they have to determine the degree of conformity between reality and standardized criteria. Also, they have to measuring operational performance related to efficiency and effectiveness. Also, operational audit have benefit to the company. First, the company can understanding how future processes, policies, procedures, and types of management result in maximum effectiveness and efficiency. Second, establish the potential impact of successes and failures in a particular operational area. Third, understand the risks associated with business and operational risks such as employee negligence or error, IT system failures, product failures, and safety and health issues. Fourth, make improvement and ways to mitigate risk and increase business opportunities. Fifth, provide objective analysis, assessment, recommendation, and feedback related to the activities review. Operational audit process. First, planning. At this stage, the task of the auditor is to obtain general information regarding the activities that exist in the company to help with the initial planning of the examination. Second, work programs. At this stage, the auditor must prepare an operational audit program or work plan for the implementation of an effective and efficient operational audit. Third, field work. At the fieldwork stage, the task of the auditor is to determine the effectiveness of the management and the control. The purpose of this stage is to determine whether problems in the designated area need improvement or follow up to deal with the problem. Fourth, development of findings and recommendation. From the problem area that has been determined at the field examination stage, the development of the findings will be carried out at this stage based on 5 attributes, namely A. Condition, B. Criteria, C. Effect, D. Cause, E. Recommendation. And for in the fifth process is reporting. The reporting stage is the stage of preparing a report containing findings and recommendations for remedial action or follow-up of the result of the examination to the management. The scope of a audit and assessment service includes all units within the university and its operation. Audit services are intended to guarantee the process of risk management, control, including control of information from computers and their security, performance measurement, and management design and carried out by management is feasible and function as it should be. This process should guarantee at the level of practice. First, risks are identified and managed. Second, when needed, interaction with other groups or units occurs. Third, financial, managerial, and operating information is presented accurately, reliable, and one time. Fourth, employees comply with applicable policies, standards, and rules. Fifth, resources are obtained economically, used efficiently, and protected. Sixth, programs, plans, and objectives achieved. 7. Emphasis on quality and continuous improvement is the focus in the control process. 8. Legal consequence caused by the activities of organizational units and may have an impact on the university should be observed by all components of the university. 9. Valid and reliable performance measurement information.
That's all from us. We hope you can understand the topic we explained. Sorry if there are wrong words and information. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.